So I want to talk about the tools you need to take off your cylinder and disassemble it so that you can rebuild it and you can put it back on your Chinese mini excavator. Number one, you're going to need a good sized pipe wrench. It doesn't necessarily have to have the rust that mine does, but you're going to need one. You can use one of these adjustable wrenches like this, you see. It doesn't necessarily have to have the rust like mine's got, but it helps. You don't necessarily need this, but I'm going to show you another tool you can use. You're going to need a 1 1/4 inch wrench, open in or closed in. It does not necessarily need to have the rust that this one has on it, and you're going to need a 1 7/16 for the bolt side, nut side. See the nut side right there? That's where that goes. But you can use that pipe wrench, or you can use a 1 7/16, because you see this right here? That's going to get in your way of a socket. So you'll need to have a 1 7/16 wrench too. This is not it. I got that one because I don't need that for this middle cylinder here. But you're going to need a 1 1/4 and a 1 7/16 to take off those big bolts and nuts. Alright, once you get all the nuts and bolts and you got your cylinder here, you're going to need to put the cylinder back in the sleeve that it goes in. Whatever the hell special parts. I know there's someone in the comment that's so perfect, they're gonna let you know. So you're going to put the cylinder back together basically. You want to make sure that you don't damage the seals on these, so you kind of want to be somewhat gentle with it when you're sliding it back in there. Make sure it's nice and clean, and press it back down in there like that. And then it'll kind of click into place, and then you're going to twist this thread. That's where the pipe wrench comes in handy in just a few seconds. So I'm twisting that down. I'm twisting it down by hand as much as I can here. But whenever it comes time to make that final connection, that's when you're going to want to use the pipe wrench. It doesn't have to have rust on it, like I said, but it's my thing. Now then, we're going to take this small cylinder and slap it on the excavator. Now I'm going to put the bolt and the nut on the back side. I put the bolt and the nut on just so that and then I got my two hoses right here. And then down here, I got this. Taking my pipe wrench and going around this outside ring right here, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And I tighten it down on the excavator because I don't have a vise. Now how do you get this down here? Well, now that the cylinder's out, you can pull this to where you need it. And you got to take this wire off and this